episode of Basic Banter for Witches. We are so
Witches.
excited.
We're so
For
excited to have you
witch,
back.
yes, we love
As
doing this. It's so much fun.
we do. As always, it's a gong show getting it like up and going, but it's been great. I don't know. We're still
Yeah,
loving it.
we
Thank
always
you
end up
guys for
talking a
coming
little bit
back.
before.
I know, right?
Yes.
And starting the episode is always hard because it's like, when do we start? And now, and now,
Yeah.
and now. So
And here
anyways,
we go.
so now
Yeah.
we've started the episode. Welcome again
Woo!
to
We're
Basic Banter
here.
for Witches.
We're here. And I changed up my office a little bit so you have a different background if you were watching on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram.
Oh,
Um,
yes. And I'm here in this place
spot.
where there's toys and plants.
There's toys, other things. It's cozy though.
It is cozy. Yeah, it's a little chilly in this room because it's not like insulated like the rest of the house, and it's not warm out. So I have my nose is cold. That's how cold I am. Like my tip of my nose. I feel like that's like, what's the word? Like an old frostbite injury, you know?
Ooh, yeah,
like my nose and like my toes. I know it's like it rhymes too, but like from growing up in Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan.
No, but like I think from like, wearing your winter boots and whatever, like my toes, and actually it's not even like my toes, it's like one part of like my, your big toe and like the one next to it.
Yeah.
The tip of that toe.
Ouch.
That's the one that like
sucks.
when it's too cold out, like that's my like, oh, it's time to go in. Like,
oh, snow's coming.
Snow's coming.
Weather's changing.
Literally, I'm like, why of all the toes? Like,
oh my
anyways.
God, that's funny. As I'm looking at my own toes, I'm like, do I have that? No, I'm cut. No. I run hot all the time.
Yeah.
I get made fun of by my mom that
you run hot.
I do.
You do not run hot, Brittany. You run hot, but you also dress in like 80,000 layers. You dress like you're always
in the winter time. I'm always
like, it's true. Summertime, plus 30, goes to the dog park in her fucking sweater and rain jacket.
Yeah, and it's then in the winter time, I'm like wearing a bunny hug. I'm like, I'm fine. Maybe just everything internally is all fucked.
It is because in the wintertime, I'm like, oh, she doesn't wear winter jackets.
Yeah. Oh, and I popped my winter jacket the other day.
You popped it.
I popped it through there's a part right beside the pocket. And the whole time I'm like, yeah, should have put that extender in. And I didn't. And this is what happens when you don't listen to your mother and to everybody else.
Pop, lock, and drop it. Exactly. And now you have no coat.
Yeah.
For shame. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, it's cool.
Anyway, so by this point, we have finished both of our awesome readings that we did for our winners.
Yeah.
And it actually prompted this episode theme because of something that was kind of, I would say very similar with both of those readings was a cutting cord ceremony or ritual to get rid of people that no longer serve your highest good.
Yes. And now jumping right into it, cord cutting isn't necessarily just for people cords. Do you know what I mean? Like building relationships. It's basically to create space. So it is like a great way to close a chapter of like, of people, right? But also to rid yourself of like negative emotions, to heal past trauma. Like it can be used for so many different things.
Absolutely.
So yeah, basically it's emotional attachments, however it comes out, right? So excuse me. So yeah, so essentially a cord is something that goes from one person to another person. It is like a metaphysical cord that can, show up in many colors, basically following like the chakra chart colors. But it ties two souls together. Yeah. And they can be in turn like energy draining, which is like something we're going to talk about as well. So anyways, I guess, we talked about what a cord is. I don't know what you want to start with. Like I can talk about.
Then let's do about the people that are draining. Like I call them energy vampires.
Yeah.
Because they don't even know they're doing it, but they suck all the life out of you.
Yeah.
Where
exactly.
You're like, oh, when you hang out with them and you can love them.
Yeah.
And want to hang out with them, but then you come away feeling, oh, I'm exhausted. Like,
exactly.
And they just kind of take out your light.
Yeah. I guess if we're gonna stick to like the unhealthy side of courting or cords,
for this moment.
So for some signs of that, because some people are like, oh, well, I only think of my ex that I can't get rid of. Okay, well, that's one thing. Because sometimes that cord is there for a reason, and sometimes you can use that cord to repair and not necessarily the opposite. Anyway, so something to evaluate. It comes from within, and like deep meditation, making sure that that's what's fit to you. So before you even start cord cutting, you must reflect, you must make sure that you're cutting not the right cord, but do you know what I mean, you're using it for the right purposes, right? Because you might sometimes need that connection to heal, opposed to,
right.
you know.
Well, and it really, if a connection is not, if it's not going to get, it won't get cut if your body, if your mind is saying no.
Exactly. Yeah.
Means you got something else to learn here.
Exactly.
Which
yeah.
is not ideal for people that are like, I just really want to move on.
Exactly.
But you haven't learned the lesson yet.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So that's sometimes where the cords aren't meant to be cut just yet. But anywho, let's talk about signs of unhealthy cords. Let's do that, because those are the ones that are going to be the most depleting of energy. So when we notice that our bodies are like, sorry.
Mine is so
my husband's team's playing and they're winning. I think it must be 2-0. 2-0 by now.
He's screaming at the top of his lungs, waking the babies.
Oh my God. Well, they're like in third place in the league. He's a Newcastle United Football Club fan. Yep.
Ultra fan.
He's got tattoos and everything, all the things. He's playing. Anyways, they're playing and they're winning. Happy days.
We wouldn't be surprised if he runs in here to do a happy dance for Jessica.
Honestly, it would not shock me. I keep expecting him to be like, hey, we're winning. Anyways, excuse me. So yes, if we're starting to feel like our energy levels are depleting, or we just feel like literally life is being sucked out of us, feelings of lethargy or depression or like unexplained sadness. So just feeling like depressed, and in that form can look different for everybody, but that general feeling, getting that feeling of being stuck or like unable to make other decisions.
Yeah.
Having obsessive thoughts about another person.
Yeah.
Not
good ones.
If we're talking about another person often, as well as like being judgmental, or speaking poorly of them often, right?
Yeah.
If we find ourselves getting sick often, or we have like a low immune system, or we're like leaning into unhealthy habits. So of course that can come in many different forms, but seeking comfort from like external ways. So that could be binge eating, drinking, drugs, or any other unhealthy habits. And that could be like even like gambling or over exercising or anything like that, right? When it becomes like excessive and like it's and we're doing it to rid ourselves. Exactly. Like some people do work out because it's, I don't want to say it's pain-free, but it's healing.
It's healing for them.
But also it's like obsessive, right? We're doing it because we like the high, and that's, then there's gotta be more behind the scenes. Anyways.
And then you're chasing that distraction too.
Exactly. Yeah. So so those would be like the negative, the ways that you can tell that you've got a negative cord attached to you. So so I guess now that we kind of know, again, sticking on the negative side of things, what we can kind of, I guess, see from that. There's a few different ways that we can go about cord cutting. So let's start. First one, well, I guess, hold on. Excuse me. Okay. So we can do like visualization. That's a good one. So that one is like a form of meditation. And I did like kind of write out some like how to do the do.
Good. How to do the do.
So meditation, as we all know, it's just about mindset and getting yourself into the right kind of position. So, I mean, as you would normally meditate, like I meditate before bed typically. So like naturally I'm like in bed, like brush teeth. Like I am, because if I fall asleep, it's just like, then I don't have to like, go about changing my position or whatever. Right. But some people prefer to like have a nice chair or like, a blanket or like sit wherever and like find their focus that way, wherever you are better suited. But it is, again, just getting yourself into that position, whatever's comfortable. I did kind of research a couple different ways that you could do it. I guess it all comes down to you and what you're into and what's available to you. But I did find some music on YouTube. It's meditative music and it's played at 432 hertz. Or HZ. I think it's hertz anyways. So 432 was like the magic number for this kind of meditation. So once we kind of calm ourselves into like our zone, I would say like 20 deep breaths in. Do you know what I mean? Just kind of centering yourself, grounding yourself a little bit here. There's a couple different chants that you can do. And you can do this like by yourself, obviously, or you can do it with somebody. Although for my research purposes, it did say if you're cord cutting, visualizing like this with another person, be at least 2 feet apart, or like 2 meters or whatever it is, not 2 feet, 2 meters apart. And you can be facing each other as well if you want. So the first chant, I am now going to cut any cords that no longer serve me. Easy, simple, explanatory. I would say that about 3 times. So again, I am now going to cut any cords that no longer serve me.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, this is something that you can write yourself too. If you wanted.
So you can make it as specific as you want.
Totally. Yeah. I found a really nice one from, her name is Carolyn Stewart. She's a meditation teacher online, and she had a really nice one here. And it's like a blessing. Oh, is this for after? Yeah, maybe it's for after. Oh, we'll get there anyways. Anyways, once we're doing that, say your chant, which is again, I am now going to cut any cords that no longer serve me. Deep breath, again, like take your time with it and imagine pulling on the cords until they snap. You could also cut those cords with your mind, right? Find those cords, snip them, and like visualize yourself like regaining that energy back and like seeing it flow back to you until all of that energy, all those cords have been released and all that, you can visualize that energy leaving. What's up? Is Honey?
Nothing. Yeah, both dogs are in here with me right now, and one of them smells like shit. But what's
I love
new?
that.
I know.
I love that for you. That's great.
I know. I'm just like, I wonder which one. Which one is the stinky one?
Which one's the poo poo?
Hey, you guys.
They're both
just
all
like
good.
they're like, I am the crazy. Oh, you can't.
It's okay. No, I can't. It's all good.
That's all good. Just get lost, okay? Get lost. Get lost.
So
I had heard a bang earlier, so I was like, oh no.
They're in here.
But
that's okay.
Everything is fine.
No problem. It's fine.
Anyways,
it's fine.
Sorry.
So yes, all the energy has been, is coming back to you. All the cords that no longer serve you have been cut, metaphysically, obviously. Once you have them all cut, in your brain, sweep up. You can visualize yourself sweeping up the discarded bits. And now the ones that I found for like discarding would be to visualize yourself like disposing of it. In real time, when you do it with like a candle and string or whatever, or cotton, whatever, you would flush it down the toilet. That's just like easier in our modern day society. So I would actually like sweep it up, maybe not in like my brain. I would like, as like a closing bit to my ceremony, literally sweep up and then go flush that pile down the toilet. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would do. That would be what calls to me, because to me it's like literally that's gone. It's gone. I've already gotten rid of it, right? So
nice. Yeah. I like that. So what I do for my cutting cord is we've talked about this before, but like where you feel the most grounded and everything, and where you meditate. And I do that in the shower. So as I'm cutting and like releasing it from me, then it's down the drain.
Yes, exactly. And you can do that with like baths, salt baths as well. But any sort of like bathing, again, like that general like wash, cut all those little bits and ties that are no longer serving you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another way, so we talked about salt bathing or bathing, right? Smudging. So we could be using, sage or Palo Santo or whichever, doing a just to reestablish your connection with the divine, and like basically saging another person, saging yourself, and just making sure that you are, I would say, just like, again, intention, putting that behind that sort of action. You can do journaling. I'm not into journaling, but
I know some people that are, though, and that's like that's what makes them feel amazing. And then you can put all of your thoughts on there.
Yeah, totally.
Because really, at the end of the day, if you don't want anyone to see it, then just burn it or bury it.
Exactly. It's one of those things. It's like you can get everything out. Don't hold back. Put it all in there, and you can burn it. You know what I mean? And that's like, and you can, if you choose to burn it or bury it or whatever. I'm like, I'm gonna burn that bitch, and then I'm gonna bury that bitch, or I'm gonna flush it down the toilet. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's gonna be ash. Yeah. And it's gonna go back to the earth.
Exactly. And again, with the intention of like transformation and getting that. Clearing that out. Again, it's just about clearing out space and creating more space for your current lives, right? What else? Oh yeah, I was gonna go back to that thing from Carolyn. So like once you're done with those specific ones or whatever suits you, this chant was really great. So it's a blessing. And it is, okay. I now sever and release any and all energetic cords that do not serve my highest good. I release you and I release me from these binds. All cords are destroyed across all dimensions, times, and planes, never to return again. I hereby banish these energetic cords and recover now all energy that was once lost. My energy flows back to me, filling me once again with vitality and creating a peaceful, energetic boundary of love and light.
Nice.
I thought it was really nice. Oh, that's kind of like a nice little a chapter in there.
I love that.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty neat anyways. Yeah, I like her stuff. There's also, she's on YouTube and her name's Caroline Stewart. And she does a bunch of guided meditations. So check her out.
You should put that in the show notes.
I definitely will. Actually, I'll say that page. Yeah. I thought that was really great. Especially because sometimes people are like looking for something. Actually, speaking of meditations, I don't know if I've told you this. What is it called? It is called, what the fuck is it? It's a meditation app. Insight, is it Insight Timer?
Oh, Insight Timer is a really good one.
That's not the one. Where is it?
Oh,
for fuck's sakes. Meditation. Balance. It's called Balance. And that one's really, really great. I've been using that one recently. And like I'm doing like a 3-minute meditation daily, which like sounds like that's not a lot, but then you actually have to like lay there for 3 minutes. It's like, oh, this is gonna be forever, and then it's like gone. And it's like, oh, yeah. Anyways, so Balance is a really good meditative app if you're like still getting into it or whatever, or interested in it. Just a total side note, because that's how we love to live.
Perfect.
Yes. What else was I gonna say? I was just.
Well, you said you were going through the negative cutting cord. So what's the positive cutting cord?
Well, again, it's all about like creating space. So hold on, let me go back to my notes here. I have the fucking stupid song stuck in my head. The chicken dance.
Such a hot jam.
Why is that in my brain? I've been doing some research on TikTok because my life is on TikTok, but it's been like really metaphysical and like people like pulling cards and and I really am excited to like heighten that craft of mine. I'm really excited. Awesome. Anyways, I hope to do like some really like awesome pulls for you guys soon.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. I just like almost knocked my computer over. I didn't mean to scream. Yeah. Okay. So cords creating new space. So yeah, they're not all necessarily bad. I know that. But as we move through our lives, growing, learning, and evolving, we must necessarily let go that which no longer serves us so that we can create space. That space is that of potential and possibility. So I don't think it's always negative. Do you know what I mean? It could be like, leaving a job, or do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Like severing that
negative person, just like you said, releasing the past.
I gotta blow my nose. Hold on.
Okay. Well, she's muted. No, it's true.
Nobody needed to hear that.
Yeah. If you can release something that no longer serves you, like a job that you're completed, or you finished a big project that you're like, holy shit, it's finally done. Time to get that away from me.
Exactly. Or like, like, I don't know, even like dreams. This is what I would do. If people have like those embarrassing dreams where like, or you relive certain moments of your life and it's like, God, like that's awful. And it's like, only embarrassing to you and nobody else thinks about it, but you think about it. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that where like
anxiety.
Exactly. But it's like something like that. I'd be like, peace. I don't need you. But I think that would be, I think we can use cord cutting, like not daily, but as like a maintenance. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it shouldn't always have to come down to the, oh, well, it's like a bad relationship, yada, yada. It's like, I think it is like, okay, again, as our lives evolve.
Yeah. As you evolve. Sorry.
The squeaky toy. That's fine.
One toy she hasn't destroyed yet.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. But yeah, I think it's just like, so I don't think it's all negative. It's just like, what is, again, no longer serving you, right? If it's like, I lived through that, like, I don't need to remember or have those memories of certain things that embarrass me or whatever. And again, like embarrassment, I guess, is like negative to some, but I think it's all about whatever perspective. But
but there are some things that like bother you that you're like, wow, that makes me feel so uncomfortable still.
Yes, exactly. Like
and
I wish
something,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like,
or
like
even
if we're thinking of examples, you could be like, well, I'm really unhappy I got in a car accident doing something stupid, like super stupid. Like I wasn't paying attention and I got in an accident.
Yeah.
And you want to release that, like that sadness, that anxiety, that guilt, that shame, like all of that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect way to release it.
Exactly. And it's not like, yeah, if it's like instance wise, right? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I was talking with Brittany a little bit before we started about cord colors, right? And I guess we talked about it a little bit too, and what each color means. Now, oh wait, I was going to talk about more about different types of cord cutting, wasn't I going to do that?
I don't remember. Let's do different.
The colors. Let's do the colors while we're here.
Yeah.
Cord colors. Okay, I'm going to say the color, what chakra it is, and what it means, or what it's represented by. So the first one is red, which is our root, which is like our bum, basically, like very bottom.
Yes.
And this color means, or sorry, the root chakra, I should say, means survival and passion. So people who need each other or feel like they need each other can form red cords. So I think that's obviously it's a codependent relationship. So you'll find that like in that kind of form, I would see that more with like not family, but not lovers. Anyways, do you know what I mean? Like it'd be more, it's not a romantic relationship. It's more like a parent child. You know what I mean? Like that's you need each other in that sense. Siblings, exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. The next one would be orange, which is a sacral chakra, which is like the womb. So we're moving up here. Intimacy, desire, reproduction, creativity. Those that would represent or like fall under like lovers, people in a relationship, or like an artist and a muse. Do you know what I mean? So like somebody in that sensual sense.
Yeah. And that could be like a blockage. Say you wanted to be intimate with a partner, but you couldn't, you would have to release your sacral chakra in order to feel that comfortable again.
Yeah. I don't know if you do a cord cutting for that necessarily, but it is like good to be aware of that in your meditating. Exactly. We'll definitely have somebody on to talk like further about like chakras and whatnot. But I think that like, yes, it's good to know the colors, honestly. For those people, I don't know. Okay. Do you know what Roy G. Biv?
What? No.
Okay. Roy G. Okay. So we're going to come back to the colors, guys. So like,
all right.
I don't know why I know this, but like, I feel like it's not common knowledge and it should be. So Roy G. Biv, ROYGBIV.
Okay.
Roy G. Biv. That's the color of the rainbow. Like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Like that's the colors. But I say that Roy G. Biv and people are like, the fuck is that? I'm like,
yeah. No one understands your anagram.
Like, nobody understands me. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like I was taught that like far too long ago.
Those are the colors of the rainbow or just in the chakra rainbow?
No, in the rainbow. But it just happens to be the chakra one as well because that's the rainbow. Because it's the rainbow.
Because it's the rainbow.
Anyways, so Roy G. Biv, people, do you know what Roy G. Biv is? Is it just me? Like what did I graduate?
Am I the drama?
Am I the drama? I graduated in 2009. So maybe it was just like my year. I'm gonna hope that I'm not the only one, but there's got to be Roy G. Bivers.
Please tell her that she is not alone.
Exactly.
Or maybe she is.
Or this will be something that I cut from my life. This little
this with Roy G. Biv.
Roy G. Biv. Exactly. Okay, back to the colors.
Funny. Yes, back to the
end of Roy. We did RO. Let's do Y. Yellow, which is the solar plexus. So we're moving up a little bit higher into the abdomen. This represents intellect, personal power, and material success. Sorry. Naturally, I have to cough. Real life matters, mind relationships, as well as ideas and thoughts. So we keep a lot of like stress in our abdomen or in our solar plexus, which you'll see with like weight gain and all that. That's kind of where that's held. So this is a really good idea, really good cord to kind of keep an eye on because that can build up over time, right?
And our anxiety always sticks to their tummy. That's why people have issues with eating.
Exactly. Digestive issues, like upset tummies and acid reflux.
Those fun
I have no
things.
idea.
Yes.
All of that.
Acid reflux is a little high.
I know. I'm like GERD. I don't know. Is GERD? I
GERD
don't
would be
actually
more
know.
so.
I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm just remembering words about the gut. Anyways.
Just words.
Next one, we've got green for the heart chakra. So green can also, or sorry, the heart chakra can also be represented with like pink as well. So that's like kind of the same, but for this instance, we'll just use green. So that one, that chord would be love and affection, relationships, married or like long-term couples. So this is like more of an established relationship and not or I shouldn't say not just a lustful one. Right. So, moving back to orange, which is like the sacral, is intimacy and desire. So you would have, if like your partner or whoever, you would probably have a green chord as well as an orange chord, because there's there's multiple, and you can have multiple a trillion of these, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you would have two anyways. So love, affection, relationships. Yes. And then moving on, we've got the throat chakra, which would be for expression and communication.
That one's blue.
Exactly. As we move up our lovely rainbow. I think I'm such an idiot. Why did I bring that up? I'm so stupid. This is what I'm gonna keep. The thing is, I'm gonna keep this in the episode, and I'm gonna think about it at night and be like, oh, Jessica.
And you're gonna cut a cord about it, is what you're.
I'm like, do. I'm so weird. I know this. Like, I get it.
Oh, shut up. No, you've been able to share some pretty neat information that maybe not a lot of people know.
Nifty.
Yeah. Is that so?
I know. Oh, how nice, Jessica. Fine. You're great. You're strange. It's okay. Moving on, because I'm dabbling my forehead here. Indigo, third eye, perception, higher senses, psychic power. So that would be like the chords that you would have with I don't want to say, I jumped back here. For blue with the throat, you might have that with like close friends, people that you can speak freely with, of that kind of nature, therapists and whatnot. Same with the third eye. If you're having like any like hypnotherapy or anything where you're like in a perceptive zone or whichever, in a meditative state with another person, in a sense, I would say that would probably work there. And then the last one is the crown, which is a violet. You're turning violet. Anyways, that would be the crown chakra, which is spirituality, consciousness, and higher awareness. So same thing. It's like, I guess I don't know why you'd want to cut a cord up there. I mean, at this point, I don't know why, but I guess if you were into some bad things or into things that are too much for you that you need to like ease back on. Yeah. It'd be like, let's cut it for now and reestablish later. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just to get your energy back, right? Or if you're if you're into a sense that's no longer serving you, or if you're, what's the word am I looking for? I'm just trying to think of the word and I can't remember what it is. Sorry, I was distracted by Heidi because she keeps eating my shit. What a bitch. A clair, like if there's a clair, that sense that scares you, right? Yes. I would say like if you are not a fan of your clairvoyance, or would like to rid it of
something scaring you that you're connecting with, that you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm gonna
bad dreams even, or like bad dreams, like shadow people. I mean, things that are like frightening to you that you are seeing in that sense. I would probably say that's the best one. Anyways, so those are the colors. Now it's okay. I do have another like written or not written that I've written down of like a physical cord cutting. I didn't really read one like this before, but that's okay. I will say that there is a couple different ones. This is like meant to be like for the Joe Blow at home, who's just like doing this on her own. Obviously, when it comes to like serious matters, get a witch. Get a witch.
Yeah,
get a witch,
exactly. Get a witch. Get someone who knows what they're doing.
Exactly. So get a witch. And like you should be able to find somebody online, but just because it does take a lot of energy, right? It is like this is a great start though. So if you're at home and you want to like do something on your own, it is something that you need to plan ahead for. It's not like a spur of the moment thing, but yes.
Well, and that's the thing. Like you can absolutely get a witch or get a Reiki practitioner.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Both would be really good. So yes. So let's do your at-home cord cutting.
Yay!
Candle cord cutting, because we will use the candle for this.
Oh yes.
So number 1, plan ahead. So that would be like, make sure that you've got the time to do this, because if we are burning a candle, typically it's good to like, Brittany, oh my God, kick the dog out. Say bye, honey. Peace the fuck out.
It is, honey. How'd you know?
Because she's a
Psychopath trying to eat
bitch.
my blanket.
Exactly. Just send her out.
Oh God,
say
okay.
bye.
Okay.
Give her the blanket and say, take it away.
No, I'm sitting on
you're sitting there and you're like wiggling and I cannot, you're distracting me. You're like, okay, bye. I'm just gonna get dragged out of the frame.
Honey, go away. Go away. No, go away.
Just let her have your blanket.
No, like literally, I'm sitting on top of it.
And get
she
off
only
the
wants
blanket.
it because she wants my attention. No,
bitch, honey, I'll throw some hands.
You're fine. No, you go away.
I've never hit a dog. Did you rip the blanket?
Did I rip it, or did
was the blanket ripped? Has the blanket been ripped?
That's yes.
That's great. That's great. That's what I mean. I just said let her have the blanket because Lil Bish. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, well, back to this thing. Okay, yes, what a great
back to our
plan ahead. No disturbances, like no fucking pets or like no children.
Fucking animals in the way.
Yeah. Make sure you have like. Oh my God,
this psychopath.
Like, yeah, don't look at me like that. Oh my God, ladies, can you give us like 10 minutes?
Can you just go away? Can you go?
Where's Rye? Go put him outside. I'll pause it. Or just go. Just put them outside or do something with them.
I'm going to pause.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're back. I just am going to take a swig of water. I was like on my phone for that whole like 30 second and I'm like, I should take a drink of water right now.
Okay. No, that's okay.
I know. Okay.
Whenever so podcast, they have to be like,
it's okay. It's fine. I get it. But I just was like, enough of this shit. Anyways, it's fine. Exactly. We're fine. It's all good.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's just fine. Okay, so we're planning ahead. No disturbances. A safe space. So like a if you've got like your some people have like a reading corner or something, that they can like that's their safe zone, somewhere that you feel like you can settle and like come, into like that nice.
That could be your altar, like where your crystals are.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wherever.
Exactly. Wherever you feel safe and like comfortable. Right. It's advised to like not use technology. So no cell phones, no laptops outside of like music, if you wanted to have like any music going on. But yeah. And then aside from that, you would just need supplies. So what do you need for this lovely, specific candle cutting? Do you know what Florida water is?
No, actually I do. That sounds really familiar. And now I can't remember what that is.
I'm going to Google it.
Is that something you purchased or is that something you make?
I feel like
I've seen that before. Where the hell have I seen that?
What is it? Spiritual uses and how to make it. We're going to figure that out right now. This is not water that you'll find in the state of Florida, but it's rather a special liquid that's believed to help enhance a number of rituals. Well, no shit. Okay, so how to make it yourself. What is it? Okay, it is an alcohol-based cologne. Cool. Okay. Neat.
That's why it's familiar. I remember seeing it somewhere to purchase, and I can't remember where that was.
It was given the name Florida water because the fountain of youth is said to be somewhere in Florida.
Oh.
I wonder if, anyways, doesn't matter. I was about to be like, not happy with Americans, but it's fine. If they listen to this, I love it. I'm so excited for you. Okay, 20 ways you can incorporate it into your practices. No, it's fine, but you can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. Basically, you can like use it like sage. You can like sage.
Blessing, cleansing,
bathe in it. It's all the same.
You know what? I feel like Jason has it.
I bet you're right. Yeah.
I think he does.
He's a pal of mine.
He would be the type, or even Nocturnus. Maybe they would have it too. But
totally.
I feel like Jason is where I saw it.
Yeah, but this is how you make it. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is because you need it for this specific this candle cord thing. So let's make it ourselves. Frick it.
All right.
Right?
Let's just do it.
We need 1 cup of vodka.
Okay.
Nice. 1 orange peel or lemon peel.
Ooh,
cool.
Okay.
Oh, but it also says 1 lemon peel. So I would say like an orange and a lemon, or lemon is fine. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
8 to 10 drops of your essential oil of choice. Traditional oils for Florida water are lavender, lemon, bergamot, or ylang ylang.
Well, lavender is most easy to come by, so that's
totally
and the most inexpensive out of all.
Exactly, right? And accessible. Yeah, you're right. And that's like of your choice. I don't even think you really need an essential oil in there if you don't want to, but that's just traditionally. But yeah, 8 to 10 drops.
Yeah.
A handful or 2. What? Can I keep going?
I'm sorry. I was just going to say lavender is really good for cleansing and like all that. So I
yes.
Why?
Yes.
So
lemon too. Good. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
get it. Yeah, a handful or two of fresh herbs of your choosing, so like mint or basil, and 1 cinnamon stick, which is optional. Okay. Combine all your ingredients into a glass container and seal it. Let the mixture sit for a full lunar cycle, which is 29 days. You can make it on the night of the full moon and let it charge under the moon's light. Even if you don't make it on the night of the full moon, you can still place it under moonlight when the next full moon comes around. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay. You can also buy it. We know this. We know this. The bottom line, when you're doing ritual, cleansing your home, making an offering to your ancestors, incorporating photo art can be a way to make the ceremony even more powerful. Well, we love a powerful one. So anyways,
and we like a good DIY project.
We do. And that seems like most people have vodka in their homes.
Can access vodka.
And like a lemon or an orange or both would be great, right? And whatever. Yeah. I don't have any essential oils. Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, exactly. That's fine. I could find one. Anywho, so yes. Okay, so we've got all of our ingredients. We've got Florida water. We need black yarn or like a cotton thread about 1 to 2 meters long. Okay. Sage for cleansing, scissors for cutting, a black candle, and like a fire safe container. So this is where I was like, what do we need scissors for? Because I'm like, what? Because in the rituals that I've seen online prior to like researching this, well, I was like, what? But we're actually not cutting it, we're burning it, right? Because I was like, I was always symbolizing two. You know, you've got your thing, and then you've got you, and then there's the cord wrapped around the candles, and that was what was burning. But for this one, so I'll show you how to do it, or I'll just tell you how to do it because I'm not going to do it. You're going to cleanse your area with sage. You're also going to, so I would do like your whole house. If you're going to sage one room, you might as well sage the whole house. And same with sprinkling with Florida water. So you're going to like bless your home just as you would with sage, right? Just with the Florida water.
I would put the Florida water in a spray bottle
and spray it around. Exactly. And of course, we're going to follow like the traditional rules of saging or smudging. Open up the windows, doors, make sure that there's adequate, that was a really weird word to say, adequate airflow. Once you've done and completed that, close your doors, because those should be closed, right? Keep your windows open if you like, depending on the time of year. Anyways, just saying.
Exactly. So you don't want any wildlife coming in. You don't want any strangers that weren't invited. So
exactly, you know, safety first, right? Then you're gonna sit, like find your spot and take like 20 deep breaths. Again, we're gonna find our focus. And we're going to focus on the cord that we would like to cut. Okay, so we're going to like just make sure that we're going to find our meditative space. Okay, then we're going to take that thread, right, the black thread or the cotton thread, and we're going to tie it around our legs. Again, this is where I was like, okay, so like you, like, sorry, but right, like so your legs, you're just gonna like
so your doors are open and your legs are tied up.
Your legs are tied, exactly. and yes. So yeah, you're gonna tie it around there. Okay, and then you're going to chant, and like people think it's silly to chant, but it's not. And then you're by yourself, and like you mean business. You really, again, this comes down to like you really want to cut this cord, then fucking cut this cord the right way, right? So you're gonna say, this is the cord I want to cut with intention, right? So like this is the cord. This is it. I visualize if it, you know, it doesn't matter where your cord is, you just tie it on your legs. I don't know why, but anyways. So yeah, this is the cord I want to cut with intention. Make sure you're visualizing that. While it's tied on there, while you're sitting or whatever you're doing, you're just going to meditate on the experience. Again, you're going to kind of like briefly not visualize what you're doing, but make sure that that intention is fully like put behind that. And then before cutting, you're going to go, I release all the ties that hold me back. I release all the ties that hold me back. And then I release all the ties that hold me back 3 times. And then when you're ready is when you're actually going to cut the cord. So once you've cut the cord, you're going to spray yourself down with Florida water as like a nice cleanse. And then with the black candle from the beginning here, you're going to burn the threads. So give them a good burn. This is why it kind of takes time to prepare, and why you want to have like a no disturbed, like give yourself like an hour to do this, because you can get like a black chime candle. I don't have one handy, but they're just like the little spell candles.
Yeah.
It's about a 30-minute
like
burn.
Each.
Yeah,
Not
exactly. Yeah.
30 cents. I don't know. They're like normally pretty.
Depending on where you go, you can get, they're like $1.50 some places. Anyways, yeah, you only need one, right? And yeah, burn it. Burn it with the black candle. Let it all, let the candle come to fruition as well. You could do spell work on that candle as well, but that's just kind of like an extra boost if you wanted to.
Totally.
But yeah, so you're going to burn the threads, and then again, we're going to come to flush them because it is like just to discard, get out of here.
Yeah.
Bow, boy, as they say. So
who says that?
Parks and Rec. Parks and Recreation does. I know.
That's a common phrase.
Oh, yeah. Bubba boy. So yes. So that was another ritual that I was like, okay, that's cool. But again, like the preparation needs to be in there. But like anything, this is not a spur of the moment thing. If you're serious about cutting a cord, then you are going to prepare. You should prepare. Right. So
yeah. Or go see someone who has done all the preparations for you. And like, so I mentioned a Reiki practitioner. During your Reiki service, they can have Archangel Michael come in and like using his giant sword and literally cutting anything that no longer serves you.
Yeah.
That might be too tough for you to cut on your own.
Yes, exactly. If it's like, or you've done the cord cut, I don't know what that is on your shoulder, but I'm gonna sense that it's dog stuff, something from your dogs. Yeah.
Snot or liquid from their mouth.
That's disgusting. Anyways.
Welcome, Jessica. You're a parent. I'm
a parent.
Had so much worse on you.
I understand, but like, but also I created those humans with my body, and I know
I created these puppies.
Yeah, exactly.
I manifested them into my life to drive me nuts.
Exactly.
At every given moment.
God bless you. Exactly.
Wouldn't trade for it.
Yes. Oh, sure. Sure you wouldn't. You say that now. Anyways, so yeah, that is like cord cutting. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. It's funny that you brought that we did this episode, because like this week I've had like people come into my life and I'm like, you know, when they just like weigh on you a little bit, and I'm like, is it time to cut the cord? Is it time to just like do a full cleanse? But I think I just need to like do a full body like regenerative cleanse. Maybe that's what I'll do when I meditate tonight, is like focus on like, I know I have some that I'm like not ready to cut. Because to me, I'm like, ooh, cut, I'm not ready. But do you know what I mean? Like when I'm hesitant about it. And again, I've got to remember that, is that hesitancy like my ego, or is it because I still need it? Do you know what I mean? That's where I've got to.
With that cutting, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are cutting away that person's situation, whatever. It's cutting the bad feelings associated with it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's where I'm like, anyways, I think that's struggling. And I think I needed to hear that. So I think I'll have to. But anyways, yeah. It's a good thing to do this. And it's, I don't take it lightly. I don't think people do take it lightly, because it is, but when it starts to affect your like day-to-day mannerisms, or if it does become a negative thing that you're like obsessing about, and it's time to like figure it's your
wake-up call, and it's just going to get louder and louder, which
exactly
we all know. It's just messages and everything that your spirit guides and everybody's telling you. It's just going to get louder and louder until you listen and start being proactive, taking care of yourself, whatever that's supposed to look like.
Exactly. So yeah, anyway, so I'm going to do that, and I hope that this empowers somebody else to do that as well. Yes. In the meantime, now that we've wrapped that up, let's read some fucking cards. Okay. Woo! Okay. What are you going to read today?
I was deciding between two decks. Now I can't.
I'm going to do my Angel Wisdom Tarot.
Which one I want to do.
By Radley Valentine.
That's funny. That's funny, because I was going to do my Angel Answers.
But you can do that. Yeah, do it.
No. Well, okay.
Do it. It's like a completely different card. Do you know what I mean? This is like tarot. That's Oracle.
Wouldn't that be fun? We should have the same decks though too. We should choose a card from the same deck if we were to have the same decks.
I do have an Angel Answers deck.
That's true. Well, one day. One day.
Not today. Today is not that day.
No. One day. One day we will test and see what we come up with.
Yeah. My hands are so cold. This is like a problem. Like, just trying to shuffle. I can't complain. It's not -30. It's just chilly. It's just the tibby nibbly.
It's 30 here, but it's very snowy outside. Like it's very wintry. Everything. I'm going to check to see what the weather is. It is -11, feels like -16, and it's misty, so it's foggy as heck out there.
Misty. Yeah, it's like blustery outside. Okay, before I pull this card, apparently I got to tell you the weather too, because what do two prairie people love the most? The weather. The weather, and chatting about the weather.
Weather and traffic.
And traffic, exactly. Oh, the highways were pretty bad, eh? Yeah, it's 7 degrees. Feels like 5, but it's 10 o'clock at night, so you know.
Right. And it's like 3 for the afternoon.
It is 4:09 in your afternoon. Lovely. Okay. So I'm going to pull for, yes, just a collective reading. We'll see what comes out of that. And happy days. Let's just have a little goosey gander.
So mine's a quick message.
Yeah.
It's just, mine says, in the near future.
Oh, in the near future. Okay.
So it says, what you are asking about will occur very soon. So you won't have to wait much longer. Stay optimistic and continue upon your current path. Be open to receiving. I needed to hear that because I want to receive something right away.
Nice.
In my bank account.
Love that. That's good. In my bank account from the government.
Yes.
Me too. Oh my God. So this might be TMI. So you know in Saskatchewan everybody got like Mo money. Like they got like I didn't get my Mo money. Me and Ryan both did not get Mo money. How?
Was it not sent to your previous home?
Well, I don't know. I gotta check with our tenants, but because it was like it will not be forwarded. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. I want my Mo money.
But you know what? You can, because the people that lived in my house beforehand were able to get it forwarded because I never received it.
Well, they probably didn't change their address, or they didn't get it forwarded. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna look into that. I'm pissed about it. Anyways,
you both earned your $500.
Yeah.
Okay. From Mo.
Exactly. So I pulled 2 major arcana cards. So I got Justice. Be impartial and objective. Stand up for what you believe. Try to see all sides of the situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. And then I also pulled the Sun.
Oh, I like that.
A time of great joy and success. Brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities. Plans that work out perfectly. Gratitude to the divine. I have totally, this is my card probably. I've just pulled for myself, as we all do.
Well, I'm pretty sure, that's why I'm like, this card saying,
it's okay.
It's okay at all. Having a good time. No, I know. I've been like in like major manifesting mode, and I'm like, I'm saying things, I'm like trying to like put it all out there and like keeping my place cool and only talking like affirmatively and whatever. So I think that's it. It's like,
well, actually, speaking of that, I need to just like do like one little tidbit as we're doing that.
It's fine, whatever.
Have you heard of I shouldn't say, it's probably not new on TikTok because everyone knows, but it's new on Instagram from TikTok, the lucky girl syndrome?
Yes. Oh, that's like, it's been out for a few months here, but like
and stuff has already happened.
Exactly.
Like, well, there's I'm really happy, and I love having a full bank account. I love having all these wonderful things.
Yeah. Anyways. Or like, I don't know why, but the universe always looks after me. I always have everything I need. The universe, like, I don't know how it works, but it always works out. It always works out. It always works out.
Exactly. I'm so lucky that this happens. Yeah.
I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. I don't know why, but I'm just so lucky. All the good things happen to me.
Part of manifesting. And I was manifesting the other day because I'm selling my vehicle to get a new one to have room for the baby and both my giant dogs. And so the whole situation, I don't even think I told you this.
No.
The whole situation was I had ordered the vehicle in September.
Yep.
And I got a call last week saying, hey, we were checking into your vehicle and it hasn't even been processed, which means it might be coming in like 5 or 6 months from now. I was like, oh, what a bummer. That's okay.
Like, I need it.
And they're like, however, someone with the exact vehicle that you wanted but upgraded just canceled and it can be here next week. And I was like, is that so? So I got a call yesterday being like, hey, it's here, it's yours. So let's see what your car's worth for trading value. And so right away I'm just like manifesting. I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't owe anything on the vehicle. I just want something to be significant to go into the
into the car vehicle. Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I would be very, very happy between 8 and 10. 8 and 10 is totally cool. And my guy was just like, you're probably only gonna get 5, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, we're not even listening to that.
No,
I'm manifesting 8 to 10. And what did I get? 83 something rather.
Perfect. Amazing. That's great.
Yeah. Plus all the other wonderful stuff. But so that'll be mine to drive around within the next week, which is
fantastic. Oh, I love that for you. Yeah. Love that. Let's fucking keep manifesting such a great year. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna talk. Can you hear me? Did you freeze? Yeah. Can you hear me? Oh, my internet is unstable. That's not a surprise. Okay.
Yes, but
that's okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you were like super robotic for a second, so it's just like, yeah. So
It'll work on my end, so it's fine. I'm so happy.
Like, are you
No,
happy?
never. Before we go, one last thing on manifesting, because we were again,
Yes.
TikTok teaches me all the things, and it's a
Yes,
similar method. This girl would have done it prior to 2023 or before the year end, but like fuck that, you can do it whenever you want. It is like writing a very detailed not like an autobiography, but like a year in remembrance of yourself for this year. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to write it as if you've already completed this whole year, and like these amazing things that happened in great detail. Make sure to add great detail to that. And then like sealing it up. You don't have to keep it where you see it all the time, as long as you put your intention into it, right? And then at the end of the year, you can kind of go through and tick it off. But I thought that was great, because it is.
I love. Well, that's.
It's writing a story about yourself, and like you put all your wishes and dreams in it, right?
Literally. No, and that's like, it goes back to even like the vision board and manifest board too. As I like look at my old one, there's things that I'm like, oh yeah, like I had like a picture of a brand new kitchen. I had a picture of a brand new bathroom. And in our house, we did the basement, which is not the kitchen, but we just
You're right.
are renovating the bathroom to be like crazy. So like there was big changes in a home.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah, two major things, right? So
two big major areas in the house were renovated. Right.
Yeah,
how awesome it's for.
Exactly. It's
awesome. So that's exciting. Sweet.
Very good.
Cool.
Sweet. How nice.
So let us know if you guys have been able to do cutting cord rituals in the past, or if you decide to go ahead with this one.
Yeah. Or if you know what Roy G. Biv is,
or
and
if you
I'm
end
not
up finding
crazy.
Florida water somewhere.
Yeah, Florida water.
Yes.
That too.
Yeah.
All the things.
Tell us everything.
Tell us everything. We love to hear from you. Anyway, so you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Basic Banter for Witches, or you can email us at basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com. And happy days. We did the thing.
Love it.
Huzzah.
Yes, we did it.
We did it. Amazing. Woo. Anyways, we love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next time.
Or listen, whatever. Right. Hear you speak.
Bye now.
Bye. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye.
Let's go to bed. Bye.
Bye.